We can't have more than 24 hours a day, or can we? And we can't even do this. But what we can do is we can plan our tasks well so that we can be more productive. Most importantly, learning the skill of time management can help us take out the time for our family, for our health, and to do things we love doing. Hi, this is Rhea, and without wasting any of your time, let's begin. Often, if not always, we try to control everything because we think that this thing will be better done by us, or we feel more satisfied if we do it ourselves. But this way, we spend a lot of time on things which can also be done by someone else. For example, women tend to take a lot of responsibility on themselves. What she can do is she can delegate the work. If she is cooking the food, someone else can pack the lunch for kids, or it can be other way around. If someone else is cooking the food, she can pack the lunch for kids. If we manage our time this way, it can help avoid any excess pressure or stress on ourselves. If you spend 15 minutes finding the books and notes you need to study from, you will be left with less time to actually study. And in the process, you may also get quite irritated. So it's not only about managing your time well, but it's also about managing your environment well. Declutter your space and get rid of the things that you don't need on your study table. Likewise, if I plan to read somewhere in half an hour, assuming that my car keys are in place, if my assumption goes wrong, I'll spend 15 minutes searching for my car keys. Let's say that I finally found my car keys. I'll already be running late. It is important to assign a certain amount of time to the task in hand. Now, it's not that you need to push yourself by assigning half an hour to a task that actually requires 1 hour, but don't give yourself 4 hours to complete something that requires just 2 hours. We tend to procrastinate the things which seem difficult to us, thinking we will do it better some other time. But when we realize that we are already running short of time, we tend to procrastinate it further, or we can't complete it in time. So to avoid that stressful situation, try to get your hands first on the things that seem difficult to you. So first, study the chapters or topics which you find difficult, so that you can get a sense of accomplishment which can help you learn the remaining lessons in an even better way. Also, we should recognize the time when we are most efficient and productive. Some people work well in the mornings, while some people get more output in the evenings. Time management is not about spending time on everything that comes your way, but it's about spending your time wisely on the things that truly matter to you. Know your limits, set some boundaries. If you feel that you can't take any more responsibilities as of now, and if the situation allows, simply say no. It is as simple as that. Remember, you don't need to say no in a very unpleasant manner. You can always do so in a respectful way, maybe even explaining your situation if you want to. If you always feel like I do, that I don't think I am getting 24 hours a day. In this case, we need to track the time we spend on various activities during the day. We have started scrolling mindlessly, and smartphones have made it easier for us to do so. If we track the amount of time we spend on social media, we'll actually notice that it is quite a large amount. For now, it will be not practical to say that completely cut off from social media. Maybe my perspective changes when I try it myself. But I definitely agree that we are consuming internet and social media in more than acceptable amounts. The solution can be, you can set timers for whenever you start using any of the social media apps. Most smartphones also let you set the maximum amount of time you can spend using a specific app in a single day. Information that I will be sharing in this point is given by Stephen Covey in one of his books, First Things First. He has given a time management matrix, which you can see on the screen right now. According to this matrix, our activities are characterized into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1 represents things that are both urgent and important. For example, to meet a deadline, to help your crying baby, to undergo a certain required medical treatment. So we need to spend time in quadrant 1. Quadrant 2 includes activities that are important but not urgent. Stephen Covey calls it as quadrant of quality. In this quadrant, we do our long-range planning, we invest in our relationships, we improve our skills, prepare for an important meeting. What we procrastinate in this quadrant eventually moves into quadrant 1 and becomes urgent and important. To conclude, this quadrant is where you should spend most of your time. Quadrant 3 includes things that are urgent but not important. The urgency creates the illusion of importance, so we tend to spend more time than required in this quadrant. Quadrant 4 includes activities that are not urgent, not important, but still we tend to waste our time doing activities that belong to quadrant 4. This matrix helps us to know that how can we spend time considering the urgency and importance of things. Sometimes we plan a really tight schedule so that we can get most out of the 24 hours. But when we actually start to follow the schedule, life gets into our way in the form of an important call or important message. What I am trying to say is that make a flexible schedule or plan so that even if unexpected things happen, you can carry on with your work easily without worrying about the time you lost. Moreover, we can't work for more than 2 to 3 hours continuously, that too with full focus. So we need small breaks in between so that we can be more productive. This is all for today, folks. Thanks a lot for joining. If this video was helpful, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so that my videos can reach more people. As always, wishing you and your family a happy and healthy life. I hope to see you in the next video.